I'm TJ, and today I'm going to give my first impressions of Heroes Reborn. So this will be the first time we've tackled something like a TV show, but I was really excited to do so, and I want to get right to it. I've been waiting for this reboot, sequel, whatever you want to call it, for a really long time. And I've been a big fan of the NBC show Heroes since I first discovered it on Netflix after season 3 way back in 2008. I couldn't believe I had missed the hype over those first 3 seasons because I thought it was awesome. I think recent shows like last year's Daredevil and Powers are doing a really great job with this superhero material, but Heroes has its own special kind of vibe, and I'm really glad it's back. So Heroes Reborn debuted this last Thursday with a pretty solid 2-part pilot. If you haven't watched it yet, here's the TLDR. Heroes Reborn is a must-watch for fans of Heroes and fans of the superhero genre in general. It's not groundbreaking as of the pilot, but I didn't really think it needed to be, considering the first season of Heroes already claimed that distinction. But I predict that the season as a whole will be a pleasure to watch, and I expect some interesting twists from creator Tim Kring. So if you haven't seen it yet, go hit up NBC.com or Hulu, check it out, and come back for my thoughts when you're done. From here on out, there will be spoilers. To me, all the writing in the pilot felt clean and concise. I sensed no time wasted, and by the end I actually felt like something had happened. That is not a statement I could make about a lot of other shows. Starting off with a familiar character, Noah Bennett, was a really good call. He's always been on the hunt for information, and always been in the thick of the action. But his presence inevitably begged the question, where is Claire? Thus began this fan's slight impatience, and one of the probably unavoidable negatives of the pilot. The thing is, Tim Kring has already confirmed that Claire is dead. She pretty much has to be out of the picture because she's now cast on Nashville. But as one of my friends put it, Claire is indestructible. Clearly, that's no longer the case, and the mystery of Claire's disappearance or death is something some fans will not be able to stop thinking about. Naturally, returning fans will be impatiently curious as to the whereabouts of Hiro Nakamura, my favorite, as well as other returning characters like Matt Parkman and Mohinder Suresh. But new viewers have no clue, right? So although it's a bit hard for established fans to focus on the new characters being introduced, I feel this delay of gratification was a good call on the part of the writers. Unfamiliar faces would simply be upstaged by the appearance of characters like the powerful and honorable master of time and space, Hiro. In his case especially, waiting a while was a good decision in the sense of setting up the plot. Hiro's versatile powers are almost as hard to write for as Superman's powers, and in delaying his appearance, the writers keep the plot from getting too complicated too fast. As for all of the new characters, the ones we'll really be focusing on the most this season, I felt their development got off to a good start. Everyone with powers, the Evos as they're now called, is on the run or in hiding after an attack on what was supposed to be a peaceful summit of humans and Evos in Texas. Suresh, so far seen only in newscasts about the event, has supposedly taken credit for the attack, and thus all Evos are blamed, hunted, and hated. It's a great base layer of motivation for all of our heroes and villains alike. Thomas, the youngest of the new heroes, is great for filling the shoes of the now absent Peter Petrelli. He's just coming of age in terms of his powers, and his alignment seems to be solidly on the side of good. I like that he just wants himself and his mother to be safe, but it's obvious he's going to be pulled into the action and made a hero one way or another. Carlos didn't start off very likable, what with his womanizing and drinking, but his quest to honor his brother, El Vengador, and possibly avenge his death puts him on a good track to becoming a hero. His nephew Jose, who can phase his body through solid objects, is surely going to be utilized as well. Miko's character brings us another anchor point in Japan. Her quest to save her father from apparent imprisonment in an online game is a little bit confusing and weird, but acceptable. Obviously, we can't complain about a cute, katana-wielding action girl, even if her power, transporting into a virtual world, is a little Season 4-ish. In my opinion, that season had a lot of weird powers. One of the few flat notes for me was the Evo hunting couple, Luke and Joanne. Perhaps it was my fault, but I somehow missed their motivation and I had to go look it up. Apparently they blame the Evos for the death of their son at the summit in Texas, and they're out for revenge. To me, they felt like mere henchmen, and I am in no way afraid of them hurting the heroes. After an unexplained absence at the end of the last run of Heroes, Molly Walker is welcomed back, mature and eagerly sought after for her power to remotely locate people. It's really sad that she's been reduced to seduction and swindling, but her plight is a great window into the challenges of life as an Evo. The telekinetic gambler that she's trying to rob feels a lot more dangerous than the other villains so far, and pays good homage to Sylar without being nearly as powerful. And the other, as yet unnamed newbies, are intriguing as well. The Penny Man looks like a force to be feared, and I enjoy the mystery surrounding his power. And of course, Aurora Girl looks to be key to the plot. I can't wait to meet her. Overall, I like the characters and the powers, and even though the plot so far isn't entirely original, I feel like the mythos of Heroes was headed this direction anyway. The issue of going public is inevitable in the superhero genre, so I don't mind seeing Tim Kring's take on it. Now, as far as a few dislikes, my biggest issue was with the death of the Haitian. I really didn't see a need for it, other than to whittle down the cast of returning characters, and this makes me a little bit scared for Hero, Suresh, and Parkman. Clearly, HRG is as indestructible as Claire herself was supposed to be, so I'll never worry about him. Beyond that little bit of worry, the ending was abrupt and jarring. It was not the typical Heroes episode wrap-up with introspective narration, and I could wish that it were. So with all that said, here are my final thoughts. No show is perfect. Even the really killer Daredevil had some issues. So given my attachment to the original Heroes and my hunger for fantastical shows, I expect to see this one all the way through. I'll bear with a few weird powers and the death of characters I like. Even Stephen King recommends kill your darlings, and happily enjoy the ride. I hope you will too. It sure beats the latest brainless sitcom. So there you have it, my first impressions of Heroes Reborn. So what do you think? Have you watched it yet? Did you spoil it just now but you're gonna go watch it anyway? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed what you saw, hit that like button and consider subscribing for more videos like these. Thank you so much for watching. I'm TJ, and I'll see you next time on Operation Cleverbox.